Isn't it incredible how, like, the same people who are doing the modern satanic panic are also the people who will immediately and shamelessly adopt every cultural trend that was considered degenerate the last decade? Like, Trump was, like, born in the USA, which was, like, subversive counterculture shit, and, like, then they play rock and roll. They even play, like, fucking trap music. They played, like, EDM shit for the opening of their talks, you know? Like, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, like, it would have been, you know, they just want to fit in with the mainstream culture they hate. This is the thing, okay? They don't hate it, all right? Let's be clear. Since the beginning of modern reactionary conservatism, they don't hate modern culture. They like it, okay? This goes all the way back to slumming it or going to Harlem, you know, where racist conservative white people would go over to Harlem, where the black people were, and they would go enjoy, you know, black musicians and black dance crazes, and they would love it. But it was always a guilty pleasure, okay? This is the exact same phenomena that leads anti-gay politicians to, like, hook up with bath boys, you know, and then go and vote out their rights, or Alex Jones looking at trans porn, you know. They don't hate any of it. They like it. But to them, it's a guilty pleasure. Go on 4chan. Look at all these, you know, based tradcon Catholic groypers who cannot stop jerking it to interracial porn and, like, lolly hentai. Like, literally, that's like, I swear to God, that's like 60% of 4chan, okay? They cannot stop. Their brains are completely broken. They're completely broken. What do you mean Alex Jones watched trans porn? In a live video recording, he went through his phone, and one of the tabs on his, I guess, Safari was, I think it was a Pornhub video, and the title was of a trans woman. Yeah. Yeah. One of those sexy T-girls type dealios. Yeah, no, that's real. I can't show it on stream for obvious reasons, because I think there's a thumbnail in there that shows kind of the fleshy bits. But anyway, since time immemorial, okay, conservatives have denounced the things that they secretly enjoy, okay? God, look at the Nazis, man. The Nazis were fucking degenerates. Seriously, look at the behavior of the Nazi elite. Look at their fucking officers and their government officials. Like, they were not upstanding moral. They weren't, like, you know, like the clergy or whatever, you know. They didn't, and even the clergy can't stop raping little boys in the Catholic Church. They were not models of, like, you know, by their standards, virtue or upstanding behavior. They were degenerates. In fact, quite a lot of them were far worse, I think, than your average pre-Nazi Germany, you know, Wehrmacht, sorry, not Wehrmacht, fuck, what was the name of the government before? I've said this a million times. Weimar, thank you. Weimar Republic, yeah. They were, I think, quite a bit more degenerate, I think, than your average Weimar Republic citizen, but, you know, whatever. All I'm saying is the more far-right a person is today, the more likely you are going to find something incredibly suspect in their, like, saved search history or whatever. I don't just mean, like, pedo shit, which, hey, that too, but, you know, also just, like, crazy hentai, interracial cuckoldry porn, like, whatever, like, just stuff they would condemn, you know? Just stuff like that. Here's a good video of mad white people in the 60s. Let me see. Imagine being so racist you can't even enjoy an iconic bop. They want to like it. They all secretly like it, dude. Do you guys know about the YouTube channel Defunct History? Or Defunct something? Defunct Parks? They recently did a video on the Fast Pass system at Disney. That one went viral, like really viral. Defunct Land. Thank you, Defunct Land. They had a video on a party thrown by Walt Disney, ye back in the 50s or 60s or something, after the completion of Snow White, I think. And in it, they talked about how there was a dance craze that some people had picked up from, like, a black club at the time, you know, and this was back during the segregation days. And, you know, Walt was quite distressed that people were doing that dance at the party because, like, it was, you know, considered sort of a racy or well, racy in two senses, I guess. History of white people having no rhythm. No, it's just like, here, hold on. I'm sorry. Please enjoy the brief departure from the expected political content. I just want to look at this for a second, okay? Let me see if I can find, like, upscale with neural networks 1911 New York footage taken by Swedish company Svenska Biografteatern on a trip to America. Cool. Colorization is this copyright ID? A Swedish company that recorded this in 1911. Oi! Toot toot! God damn, though. What's up? We used to be a real country. This looks like full motion video. It kind of does, yeah. Like you're playing a PS1 detective game where you're about to find out who killed, like, the dock workers at the wharf, you know? We ride. It's just like BioShock! It is crazy though, right? I mean, all memes aside, the community element, like just the ability to go outside and walk through a place and just be around other people, it is something, you know, that we don't... Yeah, like, look at all the grass people are touching. That's crazy. All the audio is edited. Yes, the audio is edited in. This isn't the real audio. I'm pretty sure they couldn't capture audio back in 1911. At least not in conjunction with video, not like this. So the audio is being added in. In likelihood, it was probably quite a bit louder. Back in 1911, this was before vehicles had regulations which managed their exhaust output and also their noise. I'm pretty sure old cars were quite a bit louder than modern cars. The whole muffler thing hadn't really been perfected. Yeah, look how wide the sidewalks are. Holy shit, they keep... The streets just get wider and wider every year, but the... Oh, hello, my dude. I hope you're okay. Good luck, my man. He's dead? Yeah, that's true. He is probably dead now. What a good beard. Yes, everyone we see right now is dead. I guess it's conceivable that if one of the very young people we see ends up being one of those rare people who lives to 110... Nah, not even then, I don't think. Oh, shit! Wait, is that Times Square? That's gotta be, right? There wasn't even a road and a sidewalk. There was just, like, some dividers to tell the cars not to go there. Oh, it's not Times Square? Flatiron Building? Okay, gotcha. I don't want to live in an era where everyone wears suits, but I do think it's nice that people dressed up before going out. You know? Not like in suits or whatever, just like, hey, we're going out. Let's dress up a little. Not like shame people who don't, just like, yeah, it's, you know, let's dress up a little. Everyone looks the same. Well, I'm not saying we should all wear suits. Oh my god, they're getting crowded out by this dude. What the fuck? Look at this tailgating. There's like a 2-foot distance between these cars. They look so uncomfortable. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Hey, look at all the smog. Beep, beep. It is true that everyone looks like they're in no hurry. Like, I know a lot of these people have to be in a hurry, but nobody really looks like it, you know? Yeah, we vibing in 1911. I like this building. It's pretty. Is this before Prohibition? Yeah, it would have been, right? Yeah, Prohibition was later. Oh, if you guys want to feel better, all the dudes we're looking at here are like 5'5". So kings, yes, but 5'5" kings. Yes, you could destroy them. If you put one modern man in 1911 New York, you would be like a gorilla to the rest of them. You'd be like the Hulk, you know? They would be like swarming around you. Oi! Oi, stop him! What's he do? How is he so big? You know? And you'd be like flailing and like knocking just whole crowds of them aside with your arms, you know? Why are Americans so small in general? We're not. America actually has a relatively tall average height. A lot of it just has to do with malnutrition. You know, nowadays people tend to be better nourished than people back then. Why do you think early 1900s Americans sound like British people? Because it's funny to imagine. If you showed a man from 1911 this picture, they would instantly die. They would instantly perish. Oh, that was refreshing, you know? We got to vicariously experience other people touching grass, which is kind of like doing it yourself, you know? Kind of sad to see how they had better public transit in 1911 than any other modern American city. Yeah, electric trams were pretty common back around the turn of the century. 100 years ago, electric trams were fairly common in large cities. But they got phased out to make more room for cars, which were, you know, centered for individuality and crap. Yeah, Los Angeles knows all about that too. Yeah, they would dig the rails up from the streets. Don't you miss this low key? I wasn't alive back then, so I can't really miss it. Yeah, the first commercial installation of an electric streetcar in the United States was built in 1884 in Cleveland, Ohio. By 1895, almost 900 electric street railways and nearly 11,000 miles of track had been built in the United States. 11,000 miles of electric streetcar track by 1889. I mean, that's, you know, relative to what they had back then, that's a significant investment. The Great Depression of the 1930s led to the closure of many streetcar lines in North America. The onset of World War II held off the closure of some streetcar lines as civilians used them to commute to war-related factory jobs during a time when rubber tires and gasoline were rationed. After the war, automobile use continued to rise and was assisted in the 1940s and 50s by the passage of the Trans-Canada Highway Act of 1948, and then later the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956, which I think we're more familiar with. By the 60s, most American streetcar lines were closed, with only a few exceptions, so on, so on, you know. Yes, Trans-Canada. There you go, guys. Gale, you hear that?